I just want to talk about something, guys, about understanding that you have to not know in life. You have to understand that in life, many people think that cigarettes are cigarettes and that that an apple is an apple, or that money is money. You must understand that you know nothing in this life. You must understand that the spiritual aspects of life is to know nothing. As Socrates said, the only thing that I know is that I know nothing. In a sense, so if you really know nothing in life, then nothing can get to you. In a sense, so you must understand every single day that if you want to be unstoppable, then you must not know. You must not know anything. So, for example, for my life, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I've done. I don't know what I've said in this video. I don't know anything about this life. I don't know how to breathe. I don't know how to meditate. I don't know how to be confident. I don't know how to speak to other people. I don't know how to abbreviate. I don't know anything about this life. I don't know any labels that are placed on anything. I don't know any words. I don't know any definitions of anything. And you must understand that because I don't know, I can learn. I can still learn. I can still grow. And now, when you connect words together, for example, you say, this is this, this is this, this is this, this is this. So, for example, an apple is catastrophe, and catastrophe is lip balm, and lip balm is confidence, and confidence is enthusiasm, and enthusiasm is decrecicating. In a sense, so you must understand that if you really want to grow, you must learn how to connect words together, and you must do that all day. You must connect words all day long, because you're going to get smarter through reading. In a sense, so when you read something, you get smarter, but you must not know. You must not know anything about this life. And you must understand that if you want to quit cigarettes, for example, or if you want to quit drugs, then you must understand that you don't know what your feelings are in the moment, and you don't know exactly what you are taking, and you don't know exactly what anything is in life. So you have to unlock your mind. In a sense, so to unlock your mind, you have to be spiritual, and you have to go through the moment not knowing. In a sense, so when you not know something in life, what happens is you begin an opportunity to learn. Because you don't know. So I don't know that a cigarette is a cigarette, for example. I don't know that I've taken cigarettes in my life. I don't know if I've ever taken cigarettes in my life. And now, I don't know what cigarettes are. I don't know any definitions of anything in life. In a sense, so the thing is that when you talk, you're looking to learn, but many people know, and they think they know what a cigarette is. They think they know what money is. They think they know what confidence is. They think they know what focus is, but you actually don't know. How can you know what any definitions are of life? I don't know who Jesus Christ is. I don't know anything about this life, because I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still willing to learn about everything. So because I'm willing to learn, I'm willing to grow. So all I want to teach you in this video is the art of not knowing. It's in the art of really, really explaining yourself on camera, and making sure that you're doing better in all circumstances, and making sure that you're going for walks, and making sure that you're doing something around meditation every single day. But the thing is that you must understand that I don't know anything about this video or anything that I've said in this video. So that gives me an opportunity to learn, because when I don't know something, I'm willing to learn. And now when I say when I'm willing to learn, and when I say that I'm willing to learn, then it's the truth. In a sense, so what I say is the truth in life. And you must understand that every single day that you go through life teaching attitude and teaching grace, you must understand that in my videos, all I teach is attitude. I just teach you a better way of attitude. I teach you how to talk. I teach you how to do better in life. I teach you how to actually motivate people. I teach you how to inspire. In a sense, so if you want to inspire somebody, you have to learn and you have to grow. In a sense, so I apologize. So you must understand that if you really want to grow yourself every single day, you're going to have to learn how to actually do something with your life. In a sense, so you must understand that you have to learn to work, and you have to learn to get up, and you have to understand that every single day of your life has to be the best day. You understand? You have to learn every single day how to actually undo the thoughts. So what I mean by undoing what I mean by undoing thoughts is don't put a label on anything. And that's the spiritual life. I mean, the spiritual life is really not knowing. So if you don't know what to do in life, then you're going to find something to do. I mean, yes, I mean, there's always something to do. But when you don't know what to do, then that gives you an opportunity to learn about what to do in life, in what situation and in what circumstance. I mean, in a sense, so if you go around a beautiful woman, so for example, you go around a beautiful man or woman and you have butterflies. I mean, you have butterflies and you don't know exactly what to say to them. I mean, have you ever found yourself in that situation where you want to date somebody, but they're so beautiful that you don't think that you're worthy of them? I mean, so then that means that you don't know what to say to them because you're so not worthy of them, for example, and because you're in the moment with them. I mean, they're so beautiful, and because they're so beautiful, you don't think that they can muster up to be with you. I mean, you're saying because they're just too good for you. I mean, have you ever been in that situation? I mean, you must understand that everybody's worthy of you to some degree. I mean, you're saying, but the thing is that when I go around a beautiful woman and she's so sexy, I mean, I look at her body and I look at my body, and she's got a better body than me in terms of fitness. But you must understand to never compare yourself with a woman. If you're a man, never compare yourself to a woman. I mean, saying, but never compare yourself with other people at all, because you don't know exactly what you can muster up for yourself. You don't know exactly what to say, and that's good. You don't have to say anything. So if you want to date somebody and if you want to help yourself to have a girlfriend or boyfriend in your life, then if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not meant to be, then that's best for you. Because the universe is always aligning to your degree of life. So the universe is always on your side. So if you're single right now, then that's best for you. It's best for you to be single right now because you're not in a relationship with anybody except yourself. So you must understand that the true relationship is with yourself. And you must learn to live with yourself. You must learn to be your best friend. Because if you're not your best friend, then nobody is. So be your best friend in life. Treat yourself the best you can. Every single day, treat yourself in a high regard because you deserve it. You deserve to have a great life. So you have to understand that oil prices, for example, are going up. There's a war going on in Ukraine and Russia right now in 2022. And you must understand that because economy is falling down, and regardless of the war, you must understand that the prices are going up regardless. And you must understand that it's getting much more tougher to live, for example, but it's not really getting tougher to live because I don't know if it's getting tougher to live. But the thing is, you must understand that everybody can get by. Everybody can get by. Understand? You can always make money and you can always make more money. If you don't have the money, if you don't have money, you don't need money. What you need is a basic life of standards where you can go and improve yourself. And that's what you need. And what you need to understand is that money doesn't make you anything much better. Understand? But the thing is that money also can buy you freedom. So it's much better to have money than to not have money. But everybody has money regardless. And now you must understand, to ask yourself the question, what is money? Nobody knows exactly what money is, but people put labels on money and they say that paper notes are money, or that gold is money, or that Jesus Christ is money. So you must understand that Jesus Christ is money. But is it really? Is that really the case? Because I don't know. So you must understand that if you really want to help yourself to really live life, you have to give ideas. For example, I have clients, for example, and you're my client, for example. So my clients are based on YouTube. And you must understand that when I post videos on YouTube, I promise you nobody watches my videos except a small few people. But the thing is, I'm happy with that. I'm happy that you guys are watching my video today because I'm here to speak up. I'm here to grow myself. I'm here to actually do my life in a better way. But the thing is that I don't know who you are. I don't know who anybody is. But you don't know who I am. I mean, since so you have never been in my shoes. I've never been in your shoes. But from my perspective, you have to learn and you have to grow. And you have to understand that when you actually always learn and grow, and when you're always doing something to learn and grow, you must understand that school never ends. I mean, school's always, always you're a student in life. And you're always learning something. So if you get, for example, unconfident that you can be an executive of a company, of a CEO of a company or something like that, you must understand to create your own company. And now your company is based on your habits. And now if you have better habits, your company is going to be much better, isn't it? So the thing is that life is based on your habits. And now if you have great habits in life, you have a great life. So many people fall upon habits. I mean, they eat the chocolate. I mean, they eat dairy milk. I mean, they eat meat. I mean, they eat carbohydrates. And you have to understand carbohydrates is no good for you. But if you eat foods with low carbohydrates, apparently it's the best thing. So you must understand that I don't know anything about anything, but the thing is that that's why I'm learning and growing. So in order for me to quit smoking and caffeine, I have to understand that I don't know what smoking is. I don't know what caffeine is. I've never done that in my life. I mean, so you have to have a nice and beautiful personality in life to understand that you don't know anybody's name in life. I promise you, my name is not Danny Milivojevic, but it's the name I go by. I understand? And now, is that true? I promise you, I don't know. But the thing is that you must understand that just because you put labels on something doesn't mean you know what that is. So you must understand that what I'm trying to teach you here is a spiritual life. You must understand that I sent my penis picture of my penis to somebody. I understand? And I've done that. And I did it for fun. But the thing is, you must understand that that person got angry. And that person got angry at one image. So imagine that person, for example, you are that person, for example. Let's just say that you are that person. And you got angry that I sent you a photo of my penis. I mean, why would you get angry in the first place? I mean, why wouldn't you be happy? I mean, why not? I mean, it's just an image. I mean, why does an image have to make you angry? I mean, in a sense, so you must understand that if you're around people who get angry at you, I mean, guess what? I promise you, get away from those people. So my dad, for example, gets very angry at me all the time. But he's my dad. I mean, in a sense, so is he really my dad? I promise you, he's not my dad. I promise you, he's not my dad. But the thing is that it's somebody that I'm living with. And now, is it somebody I'm living with? I don't know. I don't know if I'm living with him at all. I mean, sense, so you must understand that I'm still learning. But the thing is that he gets angry at me when I put his shoe on top of his cigarettes. And now when he comes and he sees his shoes on top of his cigarettes, he gets angry at one image. I mean, why do you get angry? I mean, you're saying, why do you have to get angry? And why do you have to do that for yourself? I mean, in a sense, so you don't have to get angry at images. So what I'm trying to teach you is never get angry because of an image. So you must understand that everything is an image in life. And because everything is an image, make sure that all images in life never anger you, and that all images in life never make you upset, and that it never makes you anything. I mean, in a sense, so the thing is that the more images you have in life, the more amplification of your life happiness you have. So, for example, why do you go to Spain? Or why do you go across the world, traveling across the world? Because you want to see images of the place, yeah? I mean, you want to see the image of the place, yeah? I mean, you want to open up a new door for yourself. So, to open up new doors for yourself, you have to see more images. I mean, understand? But the thing is, never make yourself angry in life because of an image. And now, the same thing goes for words. I mean, you must understand, I went to a woman and I said that I want her, and she has a boyfriend, and she blocked me. I mean, and she's been my friend for 10 years, and she blocked me because I said that I want her in bed. I was doing that as a joke. I mean, and the thing is that she got angry. And why do you get angry? I mean, why do you block me? I mean, why don't you say, hey, I don't have those feelings for you, But the thing is, I have a boyfriend, but I would like to be a friend in the most case, just your friend. I mean, I'd say no worries. I'd say no worries. I mean, why do you have to block me after 10 years of friendship? So you must understand that my mum, for example, gets angry at words. I mean, you must understand that I called her a slut. I called her to go fuck somebody. I mean, I said that to her, and she got hurt because of the words. I mean, but the words can never hurt you. I mean, words are words. I mean, how do you understand what I said? I mean, how do you really understand that I called her a slut? I mean, because I said so? I'm pretty sure. How do you know it's those words? I mean, how do you know exactly what those words mean? I mean, how do you understand that words mean nothing? I mean, how do you understand that anything in life can make you happy and anything in life can make you unhappy? I mean, so make sure you understand that words are meaningless. I mean, words have nothing to do with anything in life. I mean, it's not like I physically hurt you. I mean, you must understand that emotional hurt is because of you. I mean, you may get emotionally hurt because of your own actions, and it's not because of other people's actions. I mean, nobody can make you hurt except you. You understand? So, if you get hurt by words, then people have control of you over words. I mean, people control you over words then. I mean, never make people control you over words. I mean, saying because words mean nothing. So, for example, my dad calls me stupid. But when he calls me stupid, I see that he says that I love me. I promise you, I mean, when he calls me stupid, I mean, I take that as he loves me. Because he's not physically hurting me. I mean, saying so, it's just words. I mean, I don't get offended by words at all. So you must understand that when he calls me stupid, you must understand that I see that as him saying, I love you. I mean, I promise you, you must understand that stupid is not stupid. I mean, you must understand that the word stupid doesn't mean what it means. I mean, he's just saying that. I mean, he's just saying that in the moment, but I see his reactions of how he says it in terms of his tone of voice, and then sometimes he may get angry and yell. But why do you have to yell? I mean, why do you have to be so angry? I mean, so in life, never get angry, and make sure that you also explain exactly what you want out of life, and make sure that you express yourself as much as possible. So you must understand that the downfall of my mother and father is because they don't have a journal and they don't have a YouTube channel. And then my dad has a YouTube channel, but he's not consistent on YouTube channel, and they're not doing much in life. I'm pretty sure my dad, in terms of his habits, when he gets up, he smokes cigarettes and he drinks coffee. And then he watches TV. Perhaps he may mow the lawn. Perhaps he goes to a friend's house. Perhaps he goes shopping. Perhaps he gets his medication. Perhaps he sleeps, eats, and that's it. Perhaps nothing else. He drives a car. I mean, standard life. I mean, you must understand. My mum, for example, gets up. Perhaps she goes on the internet. Perhaps she sees what's happening on the internet. I mean, she sees what's happening around the news channels. And she goes for a walk. I mean, she goes to the shops. I mean, she buys herself something. I mean, that's about it. I mean, that's all she does. I mean, she talks to people. I mean, and so you must understand that, for example, myself and what I do during the day is I get up, I start to journal, I do some music production, I do some life coaching, I do some Netflix, I watch some images. I watch images very quickly on Netflix. I sleep, I eat, I plan, I make sure I plan something, I read, I also go and do synonyms and antonyms, for example. I connect words together, I play games, for example. And now the games I play is I play words with friends, I play chess, I play poker, I go out sometimes, I go to the poker over there, I play some poker. And I've won more in poker than I've lost. And if you guys didn't know, I went to Las Vegas and I played in the World Series of Poker, and I had to win a tournament. I had to win a tournament of 550 people. So I won a tournament of 550 people in poker, and I won a 20 grand package on that day. But the thing is that if you know how to play poker, I pushed all in 7 times. I pushed all in 7 times in a row. I won all 7 times. And then I played for the rest of the day and I won. I triumphed 550 people to win myself a ticket to Las Vegas. And I went to Las Vegas at 21. I had to wait 2 years because I won the ticket at 19, and it was a satellite ticket. So if you understand how poker language goes, I made it to day 2 on the board series of poker, and I played with some sponsored people over there, and I stayed in Las Vegas for 11 days. I also went to San Francisco for 24 hours because my plane was delayed. So we went to another city over there in San Francisco, and we seen the bridge over there. So I was there over there for about 12 days, but I didn't spend anything. But the thing is, you must understand, I invested about $3,600 in about 12 days. And I was gambling, I was going around, I was buying myself something. And this prostitute came up to me and said that she wants to fuck me. And she said about 550 American dollars for 1 hour. And I said no. I saved some money. I don't want to have sex with women, for example. So the thing is that because of that, you must understand that sex with women doesn't make me anything bigger, and it doesn't make me anything more successful, and it doesn't satisfy me at all. So when you have sex with a woman, you must understand that for example, I ejaculate very quickly. So you must understand that when I ejaculate very quickly within maybe 5-10 minutes, you must understand that that's done. I mean, you must understand that's finished. So, for example, I can keep going. I mean, you must understand that if I give, for example, 80 to 500 bucks to a woman who was a prostitute to have sex with her for 5-10 minutes, I mean, is it worth it for 5-10 minutes? I mean, you must understand that they only say one time ejaculation and that's it. I mean, I can go all night. I can have sex all night. I mean, but that's why you have a girlfriend, for example. I mean, when you have a girlfriend, you can have sex all day long. And that's a good thing about it. I mean, that's a good thing about having a girlfriend. But when you have too much sex, for example, when you have too much sex, then you're addicted to sex. And now when you're addicted to sex, then it can start mentally disqualifying you from life. I mean, in a sense, so you must understand to be careful about sex addiction, because there is such thing as sex addiction, and people have to touch a woman or have to touch a man to feel good. I mean, in a sense, so why do you have to touch something to feel good? I mean, why don't you feel good on a daily basis without having to touch other people? I mean, in a sense, so that's what Jesus Christ teaches. And Jesus Christ teaches you that you don't have to have sex with other people, and that you also have to be single in life, but also that you don't have to be single. I mean, in a sense, so he teaches you that he's single in life forever. I mean, in a sense, he's always a single person. Is Jesus Christ. I mean, it's saying he has no kids. I mean, he has no wife. I mean, he has all the riches in the world. I mean, he has eternity. I mean, he has God. I mean, he has humanity. I mean, he has the trees and the stars and everything he owns in this world. So you must understand that I believe in God. I believe that there is a greater world. And I believe that once we pass away from this life, that something happens, and that also that we somehow evolutionize into a better world. I mean, yes, and so there is something much more waiting for us once we pass away, and it has to be. And you must understand that the thing is that with Jesus Christ's Bible, that the story that gets me the most is that Jesus Christ is born in Virgin Mary. I mean, do you understand that in Virgin Mary, I mean, Mary had no sex with no man to have Jesus Christ. I mean, in a sense, so that's maybe the most biggest thing that I see God. I mean, I see God in that. I mean, it's in that God came here without man. I mean, understand? But the thing is that God needed man to survive in life. I mean, God needed man to come here also through a woman. I mean, understand? So a woman is a man. I mean, understand? But a different species. So you must understand that if you want to learn how to communicate with other people, then you have to not know how to communicate with other people. And you must understand if you want to make money, then you have to understand how to not know how to make money. I mean, so for example, there are plenty of people out there who go university. I mean, they start university at an early age, and they set themselves up for a 9-to-5 job, and they start working, and they have money. I mean, they have money, but they're stuck in a 9-to-5 job. I mean, they're stuck. I mean, so, and then they work 20-40 years in a 9-to-5 job, having money. I mean, they have a house. I mean, they have kids. I mean, they have maybe 2 weeks of vacation every single year. I mean, that's it. I mean, you understand? I mean, you must understand that university can only get you so far. But life I mean, life gets you far in life. I mean, you have to understand that life is not short. I mean, life is a long life. I mean, if you live long, I mean, you have to understand that that's the point. I mean, the point is that you every single day live a long life, and that you always help yourself in some kind of way. So you must understand how to actually understand that. Some people, like my mum, says that life is short. I promise you, life is short. I promise you, but life is long as well. I mean, so it depends on your mentality. I promise you, if you say that life is short, then life will be short for you. I mean, I promise you, what you say is what you believe. So you must understand that if you want a better life, then you have to speak a better life. And you have to understand that before I did this video, I had to say to myself, I want to do a life coaching video right now. I mean, so what did I do? I said, Danny, go do it now. And then I have to push myself with my body to go do it, because I said it, I spoke it out. And then that's speaking of what I said, in terms of speaking of which, I came and done it. I mean, in a sense, so what I say is what I do. I mean, in a sense, so you must understand that if you really want to educate yourself right now, that you have to speak into a better way of life. So if you want all the money in the world, you must understand that you have all the money in the world right now. I mean, in a sense, so what you need is nothing but Jesus Christ. I mean, in a sense, so Jesus Christ is all you need in life. So you must understand that you have Jesus Christ. I mean, you have Jesus Christ in your life to some extent. So what do you need now? I promise you, nothing at all. I promise you, you are complete. I promise you, you are whole and complete right now. So you have everything that you ever need in life. I mean, there's nothing else that you need, because you have Jesus Christ in your life. So what else do you want out of life now? So that depends on you. I mean, that depends on your goals. I mean, that depends on what you want now from this point on. I mean, in a sense, so you must understand that you're already whole and complete, and you have everything that you ever need in life right now. So whatever circumstance you find yourself in right now, it's because of a situation from the past, and it's because of your decisions of what you accumulated for yourself. So you must understand that if you want a richer life, then you do richer decisions, and you'll do a richer talk for yourself. So you must understand that all I've been teaching you in this video is a way of life, and I've been teaching you also attitude. I've been teaching you words. I've been teaching you something about language, and I've been teaching you also how to unlock your thoughts and how to become much more spiritual. So you must understand that if you want to become much more spiritual, the number one key is to not know. I mean, sense to not know anything. So you must understand that I go from lengths to millions of eons of language for you, so that you understand that no matter what happens, that every single day of your life has to be the greatest day of your life. And you must understand that if you want enough sleep, you must understand that every single day you have to have enough sleep, and you have to understand that how much sleep is enough sleep. I mean, enough is enough. I mean, and so make sure you understand that every single day, 8 hours of sleep a day is not the sufficient amount of hours that you need. I promise you, you must understand the doctors say 8 hours a day is the best that you can do. I promise you, it's not. I mean, it's because you must understand that enough sleep sometimes, you must understand enough sleep is enough. And you must understand that sometimes 12 hours of sleep is enough for you. I promise you, sometimes 2 hours of sleep is enough for you. I promise you, it depends on you and how much sleep you need. I mean, so make sure you sleep enough. I promise you, that's all that you need. So you must understand that in life, everything that you need right now is what you already have. I promise you, you already have everything. You don't need anything else. I promise you don't need other people to make you complete. You don't need kids from other people. You don't need to talk to a beautiful woman because she's gonna somehow satisfy you. I promise you can satisfy yourself. I mean, you don't need anything outside of yourself. I mean, since outside of yourself is outside of your body, so you must understand that anything outside of yourself is images. I mean, you understand? So, for example, you're looking at me, but what are you really looking at? I mean, you're looking at you're right now looking at an invisible image of me. I mean, this is invisible image. Approaching, you must understand that this image that you see is invisible, but it's also visible to you. I mean, you're saying it's invisible and visible to you. So you must understand that all images are visible and all images are invisible. I mean, so you must understand that if you want to go through life helping yourself to do better, you have to unlock your imagination. And you must understand that if you want to unlock your imagination, you have to travel. And you have to travel more and more. I mean, you have to understand that if you want to travel, you travel through Netflix. So, for example, you watch all the images on Netflix very quickly. or you read something. So when you read something, you find knowledge. I mean, you find satisfaction in words. I mean, so the more satisfaction you find in words, the better for you. So you're going to become a smarter person. You're going to become understanding of life, and you're going to understand how to talk to people. But you must understand to not know how to talk to people. I mean, so the way to actually overcome addiction for yourself is to understand that you have no addiction. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that if you call a cigarette, make sure you understand to say that's not a cigarette. I mean, that's not smoke. I mean, that's not inhalation of cigarettes. I mean, that's not caffeine. I mean, that's not a Coca-Cola. I mean, that's not a drink. I mean, that's not alcohol. I mean, you must understand that's not a person. I mean, that's not humanity. I mean, you must understand that you have to talk in ways to unlock yourself. I mean, in a sense, so you have to understand that you have to push yourself with your words every single day. You have to push yourself to talk better. I mean, in a sense, so every single day you talk better, the better you're going to become. So you must understand, you have to understand to hold to your word, but to do something today to make yourself successful. So you must understand every single day, no matter what happens, you're always living life. I mean, you're saying, but at the same time, you're not living life. I mean, you're saying, I mean, you're not really living life, are you? But you're also living life at the same time. I mean, saying, so what really are you doing at the moment? I mean, you must understand that you're doing nothing, but you're also doing something. I mean, saying, so at the same time, you must understand that the yin and yang, I mean, the yin and yang of life is happening. I mean, right now you are cold to some extent and you're hot to some extent. I mean, in a sense, so every single day you must understand that no matter what happens in life, you have to always abbreviate, and you have to understand every single day to always teach people a greater way of attitude. I mean, in a sense, so the more you actually teach people a better way of life, the better you're going to become. I mean, the more you're actually going to teach people how to actually live life in the greatest degree possible. So every single day, make sure you understand that my work solely is to unlock your true potential. I mean, my sole basis right now is just to teach you my attitude and to teach you something to communicate every single day where you can actually go and grow yourself in the best kind of way possible. So that's why I'm a life coach. I'm a growth coach. I help people to grow. And now I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. I've also never done drugs in my life. I don't know what drugs are. I don't know what cigarettes are. And you must understand that no matter what, that I'm always healthy. I mean, in a sense, so every single day, you must understand it's how you actually talk to yourself on a daily basis. So if you talk to yourself positively every single day, then that's emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence is your ability to talk positive to yourself. And that's it. Apparently, that's all it is. And now emotional intelligence is your imagination. I mean, sense, so the more positive you talk, the better your imagination. I mean, sense, so the more positive you talk, the better your cognitive function. I mean, every single day you talk better for yourself, the more it is less likely that you're going to have Alzheimer's disease or dementia in life. And you must understand that every single day that the more positive you talk to yourself, the more confident you're going to become in front of other people. So you must understand, are you able to talk positively to other people? Apparently, yes. Apparently, you are able to talk positively to other people because I am. And you must understand that you are also able to talk positively to other people because you have to understand that every single day you always say that I can talk to other people positively. And apparently that's the true case for you. So you must understand that you must never ever get shy. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that if you get shy, that it's not shyness. Apparently it's not shyness. Apparently you must understand that you're not lacking anything in life. Apparently right now you are not lacking a thing in life. I mean, you must understand that if you really want to do better for yourself, you have to unlock your true potential every single day. So make sure you're always talking and make sure that you're always doing something that's really beneficial for you. So for example, I understand what's important right now is that I have to do this video alone, and I have to understand that it's about my legacy and it's about also your legacy. So you must understand that the more you actually grow your legacy, the more you're actually going to help people in terms of life to understand you and to understand your way of life. I mean, so if you're not getting any views, then guess what? I promise you, you're going to eventually get some views eventually on YouTube as long as you keep posting on YouTube. I mean, so right now I get, like, for example, 200 views every single 28 days, for example, on YouTube, for example. But that's more enough for me because you must understand every single day that I do something that's really, really beneficial for myself, I actually talk it out. I talk it out for myself. But am I really getting 200 views? I mean, I'm getting more than that. I mean, in a sense, so you must understand that no matter what, that it's much more how you have to understand how to talk and you have to understand how to actually abbreviate for yourself. And then you must understand what abbreviation is. Apparently, it's a metaphor. Apparently, it's simile. apparently it's alliteration, apparently it's a way of life, apparently it's also words. Apparently, if you understand words, then you understand how to actually abbreviate, and you understand how to breathe, and you understand everything in terms of life. So you must understand that right now. You must understand that the only thing that you have to know is that you have to know nothing. I mean, you have to start there. I mean, you have to understand it, that when you don't know anything, apparently, then everything that you can undo in life. I mean, understand? I mean, you can trick your brain into believing that you don't know anything. I mean, you can trick your brain into not labeling anything. I mean, so, for example, if you want to understand right now what I'm doing nothing. I'm doing something at the same time, and you must understand every single day that no matter what, that I'm creating something. So you must understand that I'm talking out, but you must understand how to actually be passionate with yourself while you're talking. I mean, so I get a nice and beautiful high. I get a big high. I get real happiness when I talk. And when I talk out, for example, with myself over here, it's just me. I promise you, it's just me creating something of words. So how many words have I said in this video? I've said a lot of words in this video already. And how much, how much is a lot of words? I promise you, a lot of words is a lot of words. I promise you, a lot of words is something. I mean, in a sense, so every single day I said something in this video, and that way somebody is going to be helped by this video to some extent. I mean, so no matter what, every single video that I make helps you to some extent. I mean, you must understand. So every single day, I'm doing my work at the moment. So my work is 9 to 5 work, but my work is always. I mean, so 9 to 5 work is right now. I mean, so you must understand that 9 to 5 work is not from 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I appreciate 9 to 5 work is 24/7. In a sense, so you must understand every single day you're working and you're doing something special for yourself, but you're making sure every single day that you're talking it out with yourself and you're doing something that's in behind reason. I mean, in a sense, so you're making sure that you're reasoning deeper with yourself every single day so that you understand how to talk to yourself. So you must understand to always understand that if I entertain myself with one words, for example, I understand that after this video, for example, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to talk to myself. And I'm going to just talk to myself. I'm going to say something like, hey, Danny, you're doing great. I mean, make sure that you're doing something much more positive for yourself. I mean, start playing some words with friends or something. I mean, go and watch some Netflix. I mean, make sure that you're doing something much more. I mean, go and learn some German, for example, and go and do it now. I mean, go and do it right now. And then I start going and doing in my nice and beautiful German language. And then I understand that, for example, then I push myself. I say, do you feel like doing music, for example? I say, yeah, I feel like doing some music. I want to make some house music. I want to make a melody. I want to make another house track or something like that. And then I just go and make some music. And then I understand that I coach people while I actually make music. So you must understand that music is a slow process, but I'm learning. And now since I'm actually learning how to talk, you must understand that the more vocabulary you have, the smarter you are. I mean, in a sense, so every single day, learn to boost your vocabulary. Every single day, learn to understand, to always say that every single day of your life is the best day. I mean, in a sense, so you must understand that if you really want to help direct yourself in communication, you have to learn how to speak. And you have to understand that I don't know how to speak. I don't know anything about what I've said in this video. So you must understand that's why I'm still learning. I'm still learning about everything I've said in this video. I'm questioning everything I've said in my video. So every single day that if I want to unlock a better spiritual life for myself, I have to talk it out with myself. I understand that every single day I talk it out for myself, every single day much better for myself. I understand it's much more that I always think on the better side. I'm always thinking, hey, I have to do better. I have to do better. I have to do something right now. I understand what do you feel like doing. I feel like doing this. I feel like doing that. I understand I feel like eating. I feel like doing that. I feel like making sure that I can learn something. I want to search up, for example, something. So I say to myself, hey, go see what the benefits of imagination. I mean, what's the benefits of imaginational skills or having problem solving abilities or psychology? I mean, go learn some psychology. I mean, go and learn some nice and beautiful philosophy of something of like, for example, discipline. I mean, you have discipline. I mean, you have delayed gratification. I mean, you have coffee. I mean, you have nutrition about something. I mean, you have all this type of knowledge that can fulfill you. I mean, knowledge fulfills you. So you must understand that the more you read, the more fulfilled you are. I mean, in a sense, so you must understand that it's nice and beautiful to have someone always talking to you. I mean, in a sense, so for example, audiobooks is a good thing about this. So you must understand that when I read audiobooks, it's like somebody's talking to me always. In a sense, always somebody caring for me. I mean, and that's what audiobooks can bring to the table for you. So it's like somebody's always explaining a story to you. I mean, someone's always teaching you something, and you have to learn to be a student. I mean, you have to learn how to listen. So you must understand that when I listen, I just listen for all the words. I make sure I'm listening to how they said it. I'm listening to how they said it, but also to what they said. So I read at 3.5 times speed, and I also read fast, and I make sure every single day that the more I read faster, the smarter I am. I mean, in a sense, so every single day, you must understand that if I invest my money into books right now, you must understand I invest into Blinkers, for example. So Blinkers is an application where you can go and read just speed read ideas about different books. I mean, there's so many books out there, and you must understand that if you're reading all the time something, I promise you, you're always going to get smarter. So the more you read, the smarter you get. I mean, you just get smarter in terms of vocabulary. I mean, you get smarter in terms of life and planning skills, and you just have to learn how to read history. You have to learn how to read everything. So you have to understand every single day that it's your imagination that's important. So every single day that you read much more, your imagination grows. I mean, you understand? So the more you expose yourself to information, the more you're going to overcome obstacles, and the more you're going to be a better person for everything that you're doing in life. So every single day that I'm always helping myself in the moment to do something, I'm always learning. So you must understand, when I started to do these life coaching videos, I was speaking so much slower. I was so much slower than I am now. I didn't know what to say, and I still don't know what to say. But I started, and the thing about me is that I grew. I grew a lot, and I grew a lot through persona. I grew a lot through charisma. I grew a lot. I grew a lot through words and wisdom, and I'm much more smarter than I was. And you must understand, I'm smarter in terms of my wisdom. I'm smarter in terms of my thinking. I'm smarter in terms of positive thinking, and I'm not sick. I mean, in a sense, so you must understand, I don't know what sickness is. I mean, in a sense, so you must understand that, for example, I have medication that I'm on right now for schizophrenia, and I don't know what schizophrenia is. I don't know what medication is, but the doctors know. I mean, they know what medication is. I mean, they're saying, but they don't know what that is. I mean, they don't know what they're putting into me. I mean, they think they know. I mean, they think that a medication can help to somehow tranquilize you or something like that. But I promise you, it doesn't tranquilize you. I promise you, medication does nothing for you. I mean, you cannot make me angry in life. I mean, you cannot make me do anything in life. I mean, in a sense, so the thing is that when society puts you as somebody who may be a dangerous to yourself, for example, I mean, for example, myself over here, I mean, the doctors out there that are currently treating me are putting me as somebody who's a danger to myself. I mean, you're saying I'm not a danger to myself. I mean, and they disagree with me on this. I mean, saying, so you must understand that it's much more how I got angry once. I got angry once, but I never hurt anybody. I mean, saying, so you must understand that the doctors out there are going to really ruin your life. I mean, and so you must understand that every single day, you must understand that no matter what, that you must not let it get to you. So I never let these doctors get up to me. I mean, you must understand that they can never come up to me and my influence in life. I mean, they can never ever influence me to do anything. I mean, so you must understand that they can obviously teach me something, but the thing is that they don't know anything about what they teach. I mean, they call themselves experts. I mean, saying they call themselves like they went to university for 5, 6 years and they've been doing the work for 6 years after that, and they think they're experts about something. I mean, they think they're really good at something. I mean, you must understand, if you're really good. If you're really good at something, make sure you understand how to not know what you're doing in life. I mean, so make sure you understand that if you call yourself an expert, watch out, because you're not an expert. I mean, nobody's an expert about anything. I mean, so nobody knows anything about this life. I promise you, you don't know exactly what your experiences have been in this life, and you don't know exactly what you're going through right now in terms of this video. So make sure you understand that you don't know anything about life. So make sure you understand that no matter what, I don't know anything about life. So you must understand that Jesus Christ knows nothing about life. I mean, because he's always learning. So every single day, you must always learn. I mean, you must always grow yourself. So you must understand to always make sure that knowledge is your primary source of information, so that you understand that when you actually seek out knowledge every single day, seek out knowledge. I mean, seek out more knowledge. I mean, seek out more images. I mean, seek out to learn and grow. In each situation, make sure that you're always learning and growing. And that way, you're always going to be spiritual. I mean, that way, you're always going to be making sure that you're always growing yourself in the moment. And that way, you're building emotional intelligence, and you're building IQ, and you're building a stronger mind. I mean, so if you want to have a stronger mind, you have to learn to teach people. And the more you teach people, the more you learn. I mean, the more you actually can express yourself, and the more you can actually become someone who's actually worthy in life. So you must understand that all the videos I've taught you, I mean, you must understand how much I've learned from all of this. I mean, you must understand every single day I have over 700 hours of video coaching that I've done in terms of my video channel. And now I don't charge you for anything, but they charge you for the internet. I'm very sure they charge you in terms of life for rent. I mean, they're charging you in terms of petrol. I mean, I'm not charging you anything for anything. But what are you guys giving to me? I mean, you must understand that I'm not expecting anything in return, but you must understand that you have to go and live life somehow. And I've been lucky, and I'm lucky enough to have passions. I'm lucky enough to have hobbies. I'm lucky enough to be able to be myself. And I'm saying I'm not in depression. I have no depression. I don't know what depression is. And never get yourself on antidepressants, for example. I mean, antidepressants do nothing for you, and it only makes you gain weight. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you're never on medication. But if somebody prescribes you medication saying that if you don't take your medication that they're going to put you back in hospital like they've done to me, then you have to take your medication. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that every single day of your life has to be the most positive. So you must understand that they label me as a schizophrenic, but they don't know what a schizophrenic is, to be honest. I mean, so they're just sick people. I mean, they think they know everything. I mean, it's their ego. I mean, you must understand they're labeling me all this stuff. So you must understand that every single day that if you want to do better for yourself, never label anything. I mean, so make sure you're never labeling anything in life. So as soon as as soon as you start labeling something, try to catch yourself out and try to say that's not that. I mean, you must understand that's something different. I mean, try to understand to keep an optimistic view. I mean, because the more different you think, the better for you. So you must understand that anything that I've learned in this video is I've learned to actually unlock my mind in much better ways. So I'm learning to express myself. So the more I do videos, the more I can actually express myself. And that's the whole point of doing videos. I mean, you learn how to express yourself on camera, and you must understand that many people don't have a YouTube channel and they don't know how to actually do a YouTube channel. I don't even know how to do a YouTube channel, but you must understand that I'm still learning, and I'm still somebody who's doing much more work than them. And the reason is that I'm always growing. I'm always making sure that every single day that I'm always reasoning about reasoning. I mean, since I'm always learning, I'm learning something. I'm making sure every single day I'm doing something productive. But you must understand that school never ends. I mean, school's always. I mean, school is something that you have to always be a student with. And you have to understand that no matter what it is, I mean, it could be university. I mean, you must understand to watch out with university because they charge you. I mean, they charge you a hefty price of money for education and they rip you off. I mean, you must understand that people rip you off for information. I mean, so watch out for these people who are calling themselves experts and who are calling themselves financial advisors and who are telling you how to invest your money. I mean, so make sure you understand that what you need to do is keep learning. I mean, keep learning from everybody, but you must understand that eventually information only adds up. So the more you compound information into your vocabulary, the better and smarter you're going to become in terms of understanding how to go and guide yourself through life. So you must understand that that's why reading helps you so much. So reading helps you to guide yourself through life. I mean, when you read much more self-development and you're reading much more about anything in life, I mean, be curious about non-fiction. I mean, be curious about fiction. I mean, be curious about watching documentaries and being someone who watches movies, for example. And you must understand that movies are a form of entertainment. I mean, movies are a form of escape. I mean, you must understand movies are a form of helping to boost your imagination because you're looking at images. I mean, in a sense, so the more you look at images in life, I mean, the more you travel somewhere and you walk around and you're always exercising and stuff like that, the healthier you're going to become. So you must understand that I'm someone who understands much more about life, but I also understand nothing about this life. I mean, you must understand that I'm always growing myself. I'm always teaching you how to unlock your true profanity and also potential. So what is profanity? I mean, profanity is a way of escapism, but it's also a way of imagination, and it's always a way of understanding. I mean, so you must understand that if you have a profane way of abilities, then you understand how to actually act. I mean, you understand how to actually talk and actually be in the moment. I mean, so what is the moment? I'm brushing the moment's nothing. I understand that every single day that the moment is something as well. But the thing is, every single day that if you want to understand how to actually talk on camera, or if you want to do something with your life, then you have to learn how to talk, and you have to learn every single day how to guide people. I mean, you have to be a light for people. I mean, in a sense, so you can also understand every single day that the more you understand how to talk to people, the better you'll actually reflect upon intellectual abilities. So you must understand that everything in life is nice in life. I mean, you must understand that if you really question other people every single day, learn to question other people and learn to seek much more information. So when you actually seek much more information, what you're actually seeking is much more imagination. So you're seeking much more abilities. I mean, you're seeking to problem solve much more. I mean, you're seeking much more motivation from other people, and you're making sure every single day that you're inspiring much more people in the process. But you're making sure that your production is going skyrocket. I mean, you must understand that your production of words has to be something much more fulfilling for you, and it has to be that you're fulfilling yourself through something that you're doing today that's helping you to fulfill yourself. So your hobbies, for example, I mean, what are your hobbies? I mean, what are your passions? So you must understand that if you have a passion for something, then you're willing to teach other people your passion, yeah? I mean, you're willing to teach people your other sources of abilities that you have, and you have many sources of abilities. And you must understand that you are like a magician. I mean, you must understand that you are a magician at something. So make sure you understand that everything that you're a magician about, make sure you're teaching other people that, because you understand everything in terms of that knowledge. So make sure you understand that when you understand how to actually talk, you must understand that you know nothing, but at the same time, you must understand to always learn how to grow yourself in the process anyway. So you're always understanding every single day that no matter what happens, that you're always learning and that you're always growing and that you're always directing people in a better way. I mean, so when I say in a better way, always look at the better side of things. I mean, so every single day, there's always a better way to talk. I promise you, there's always a better way to do something. I promise you, there's always a better way to push yourself. I promise you, there's always a better way. I mean, in a sense, so make sure that you use the better way of life. I mean, use the better way of words. I mean, in a sense, so every single day, learn how to understand everything about life, but at the same time, learn how to know nothing. I mean, in a sense, so know nothing about this life and learn to always never label anything, because that way, when you never label things, I promise you, you just be. I promise you, you're just a being of life. So, for example, I'm looking at the stars right now. I'm looking at Jesus Christ right now. I see Jesus Christ sitting down with God. I'm pretty sure he's sitting down with God with my grandfather, and he's sitting down with my family over here. I'm pretty sure he's having a nice and beautiful lunch, and they're talking. I mean, they're talking. I mean, there's over there, there's Avicii. I'm pretty sure there's people over there at the festival. I'm pretty sure there's everything. I'm pretty sure I'm just in a nice and beautiful fashion. I'm just labeling things, but at the same time, I'm not labeling things because I don't know what labels are. So you must understand at the same time, I'm just taking myself somewhere to escape myself through words. I mean, in a sense, so I'm escaping through words by making sure I'm learning something in the process of everything. So you must understand that everything in this video has gone fast, hasn't it? I mean, you must understand that time goes quickly. I mean, in a sense, so when you're talking, I mean, you must learn how to interest yourself through the talk. I mean, you must learn how to interest yourself, because if you're not interesting, then nobody else is going to find you interesting. So make sure you understand that you have to create interest. I mean, you must understand how to create yourself as interesting. So you must understand that if you really, really understand why I'm so good at what I do, is because you can see my whole video and how I've been speaking. I've been speaking in a way that I've been having a conversation with you, but at the same time, I'm learning to listen at the same time, and I'm learning to understand that the silence in between the words is always doing the talking as well. So what I'm talking about is I'm talking about my attitude. I'm talking about my apostrophe. I'm talking about my nice and beautiful way of life. And you must understand that I have a beautiful way of life, but you must understand that other people have a better way of life than me. I mean, other people are always learning much more than me. And you must understand that no matter what, that every single day I'm always learning much more than other people as well. So you must understand at the same time, I'm always learning something in the process of life. I'm making sure that I'm talking much more. I'm talking in a way that I'm understanding. But am I calling myself the smartest person in the world? I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'm also somebody who understands that I don't know what that means. I mean, you must understand that every single day, that no matter what happens, that there's always something much more to say, and there's always something much more to do, and there's always an answer for everything. So you must understand that there is an answer for everything, and I'm pretty sure sometimes there is no answers for anything. So you must understand that no matter what, if you call yourself the smartest person in the world, then why aren't you someone who is doing much better in life? I mean, you must understand that every single day you must understand that every single day you must be smart, but make sure you get smarter. I mean, so if you call yourself the smartest person in the world, then make sure you keep an open mind. I mean, make sure you always do something much better, and make sure every single day that you're always learning. I mean, so even the smartest people in the world are learning. I mean, they're always learning something from other people. I mean, because everybody here is here to teach you. I mean, everybody's here to teach you. So you must understand to be a student. And you must understand that the more you talk, the better for you, and the more you're actually going to learn and grow. So every single day, direct your words with your nice and beautiful communicational skills every single day. Learn to talk for yourself every single day, because that way you actually understand how to actually look good, and you understand every single day how to be yourself on camera. So make sure every single day you're doing something positive for yourself. So no matter what, make sure that you're always in the knowing of nothing. I mean, so you're always learning, and you're making sure that you're always doing something that's always positive. I mean, so no matter what, every single day, guys, just make sure that your habits are much more positive, and no matter what, that you're always learning how to communicate with yourself on a daily basis. You have to be positive. You have to make sure every single day that you're directing people in your interest, and that you're always learning something about life. Because when you learn, you boost your imaginational skills, and you also boost your problem solving skills, and you're boosting your way of life, and you're boosting your creativity with the more information you learn. I mean, in a sense, so when you're learning more information, I mean, you must understand to learn from all sides. I mean, you must understand every single day, learn to unlock yourself. So every single day you always understand to unlock yourself is to never label anything. So make sure you catch yourself out when you label something, and make sure you say you don't know what that is. I mean, you don't know really what you're doing in life. I mean, for example, myself, to unlock myself, I say to myself, I don't know what that is. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how I feel. I mean, saying, because when you label your emotions, for example, you don't know that you feel good. I mean, you don't know. I mean, right now you may be feeling sad. I mean, you may be feeling anxious. I mean, you may be feeling upset or angry. I mean, you don't know how you actually feel in any given basis. I mean, so make sure you understand that, because as soon as you know, then you think you know everything, because you don't know anything in life. And you must understand, I don't know anything in life. So you must understand that in life, we're here to learn and we're here to grow. So you must understand that, for example, myself, I don't label my emotions. I don't label anything. I don't label myself as anything. And I don't label myself as Jesus Christ. I don't label myself as something that's not Jesus Christ. I'm just someone who's just growing. I mean, so I'm just learning how to grow myself in the process. So you must understand that, am I following Jesus Christ? I'm following Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm also not following Jesus Christ to some extent. I mean, you must understand that I'm following Jesus Christ to every possibility that I can every single day. But no matter what, I'm learning something. I mean, in a sense, so you must understand that every single day I'm always never labeling myself as anything, because I'm always learning. I'm always growing from myself. I'm making sure I never label what a cigarette is. I never label what anything is. I mean, in a sense, so learning how in life you must understand that if you want to get more spiritual, you have to learn how to not label. I mean, so every single day, that's how you unlock your true potential. So every single day, make sure you get those messages across every single day, so you learn how to grow, and make sure you understand that no matter what happens, learn how to grow yourself. I mean, learn how to actually seek information intentionally for yourself every single day, and learn to make 1 hour coaching videos. I mean, so learn to understand how to be passionate. I mean, if you've never done a 1 hour coaching video for yourself, then make sure you get to that point where you can, because you must understand, you start off with 10-second videos, 5-second videos, and you connect them all together, and you connect all these small videos together, and you make 1 hour, and then slowly you build your confidence on camera, and you build your confidence, and guess what, Bronchi, eventually you become a coach. I mean, saying, you start coaching people, and the more you coach people, the more of a coach you are. I mean, saying, so it only reflects your attitude. I mean, in a sense, so the more you're actually someone who's abbreviating much more in terms of life, you're learning something, you're making sure that you're someone much more in progression of life, and you're actually learning how to actually be in apostrophe, and you have to understand every single day, that way you actually grow, and that way you actually do better. I mean, there's always a way to grow. So learn how to actually communicate, and learn to actually be in the moment with yourself, and learn how to understand how to actually always not know something. I mean, in a sense, so every single day I'm learning. I understand that because I'm learning something in the process, I'm always looking to fly by time. I'm making sure when I'm flying by time, I'm playing games, I'm making sure I'm doing something around nutrition, I'm doing something around helping myself to grow, I'm helping myself to read something every single day. I'm pushing myself. I have to push myself with my words, because when I push myself with my words, I actually do it. I mean, so make sure you talk out a better life for yourself. I mean, you have to talk it out. I mean, if you want to do something, you have to talk it out first. I mean, in a sense, talk it out first and plan it and plan it and plan it and then do it. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you're always planning your life. I mean, make sure you're planning your life with words, because that's how you play with your imagination. I mean, in a sense, so anyway, guys, make sure you guys are doing a better job for yourself, and make sure that you are also repeating this video if you have to learn much more about it, and make sure you understand that no matter what, that anything I've taught you in this video is much more, and just learn how to actually communicate for yourself much more on a daily basis so you do better.